Well, good day, everyone. Welcome to Health Check, where you can stop, take a minute, check in on you. Health Check, as you know, is sponsored by Kingdom Health Connections. It's a health promotional resource center where you and your family can connect to a healthier lifestyle. I'm just here as your host, Dr. Vanessa Bolling, to encourage you on your lifestyle of health, wellness, and healing. That is for you today. So let's activate that today by changing our mind. As we're changing our minds, we're able to change our behaviors, and then we're able to build a new lifestyle that promotes that health, that wellness, and that healing that belongs to us, that's available to us today. As you saw, today is Real Talk Tuesday. This is an opportunity in a space where I can, it'd be nice to dialogue actually, but just talk about some things that I've seen in practice, that I've seen in a family practice or family practices, rather, different settings, urgent care settings, where I've seen a certain mindset that tends to be a popular view, a common view for people sometimes who may be seeking out medical care or seeking out a way in which to better their health. And I wanted to talk today about replacements. What's your replacement? So, oftentimes I see, or I've experienced rather, when there's a red flag in the office, say, let's use hypertension. That's something that's common. Blood pressure is really high, 170s over 90s, maybe 170s over 100. And we say, sometimes we may find ourselves, doctor, I don't want to take any medications. I don't want to take any supplements. I don't want to get into that pattern of needing to take something every day, needing something every day, becoming dependent on it. Am I going to be able to get off of it? Am I going to be able to, can I afford it? I've seen in cases, in some instances where in the office, sometimes affordability is a big issue. And say, for example, like insulin, insulin is taken every other day because affordability is an issue. I just don't want to invest my resources, my money into pharmacia. I don't want to do it. So oftentimes when there's a red flag. Hey, blood pressure is really high. Uh, Stroke is in the family line, and you know, we got to be careful. Knowing our family history, we also want to be very wise, because wisdom produces good health as well. And we'll say, give me a minute to work this thing out. I don't want meds right now. So my question that I always pose, I say, if it's in the danger zone, we're having a real serious conversation. And usually I'm talking about the benefits, the risks, and the complications that can come if it's not addressed. So I'm not talking about red zone here. Red zone, you really want to be wise about the decision that is made. But if there's some room for bargaining, if there's some room for flexibility, okay, maybe I'm using blood pressure as an example. Maybe your blood pressure is 140s over 90s. Okay. Depending on what your clinical profile is, there may be room for bargaining, there may be room for discussion. But my question that I always ask, okay, we're going to wait for 3 months. We're going to see where things are. But what's the replacement? If your eating patterns, if the lack of sleep, maybe smoking, maybe alcohol consumption, maybe it's stress, what's the replacement? So, okay, medication is not being taken right now. What is the replacement? What are you going to do differently? What's the replacing behavior? What's the replacing activities? What's the replacement? If we're going to deny or not take certain things that could improve the health, right? Is there a replacement that's in place? I say this is Real Talk Tuesday because we really need to have a replacement. There's got to be a plan in place. There's got to be wisdom. What can you do? Because there's something you can do, whether you take medications or not. There has to be something that you do. Is it a change in your behavior? Am I going to eat more veggies? Am I going to make it a plan to exercise? Am I going to get a buddy so we can do this together? Because, I do better in a community. Maybe that's you. I do better in a community. So having that community and that buddy system is going to help me really move forward in this lifestyle of health, wellness, and healing that belongs to me. But I want to, if this meets you, if this speaks to you, I want to really encourage you in wisdom that if you're not going to move in a certain direction, whether it's taking medications, whether it's undergoing a procedure, whatever that scenario is, whether it's even making a change, don't just say, I'm not going to take that. You can say that, but I'm letting you know that that's not wise. Even just seeing, there's instances that I've seen with individuals in practice where it started off one way, and I didn't think I needed that blood pressure medication, and there was no replacement. There was no change that was taken. Their faith was there to say, okay, I'm believing that I could do well without this medication, but that faith was without works. And we know faith without works is what? Dead. So the faith was there, but the works weren't in place. And as a result, it did ended up leading to an actual stroke. So these things are real. We don't want to just say, I'm not going to do this, or I'm just going to stop taking this, and I'm going to stop taking that. And there's no replacement. There's no change. There's no transformation that's taking place. With that level of faith, you need the work. You need the works with it. So that way it doesn't end up in dead results, right? Make sure you have a replacement. This is Real Talk Wednesday, Real Talk Tuesday. I'm a day ahead of myself. This is Real Talk Tuesday, and this is wisdom too as well. With this Real Talk Tuesday is wisdom. Make sure you have a replacement. Don't just say, I'm not going to take something, but make sure you have a replacement, and stay close with your provider. Stay close with your specialist. Stay close with your buddy system. Don't neglect it. Make sure you have a replacement, and make sure you stay close as well. So that thing, whatever that is that you're monitoring, can be monitored. It can be tracked. There can be a track for improvement. There can be a track if it's not going well. So that way there can be a new intervention that's in place. Let's exercise wisdom. Deuteronomy 30:19 says, we have the choice today between life and death, blessings and curses. I call on all of heaven to witness the decision that you and I make today. Oh, that we would choose life by using wisdom, having a replacement, so that not only we would live, but we can train our children and our children's children to do the same. I pray everyone was blessed today on this Real Talk Tuesday. Thank you for tuning in. Like and share it with your family members, share it with your friends as well. Go ahead and put hashtag I choose life. Say how you're going to do it. Let it start in the mind until it cycles on to your behavior, our behaviors, and then it cycles on to our lifestyle as well. Let's choose life by choosing wisdom, by having a replacement, by setting up a plan for ourselves, our personalized healthcare plan, setting up that plan so that way it can be tracked, it can be followed. Let's not exercise ignorance by just stop taking things or are not following up, and then put blame on somebody else. No, we're responsible for our own actions. So that's what we want to exercise, is our own personal responsibility. We want to also exercise our wisdom. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. I will see you here again, Facebook Live, YouTube, and we will kick off the new month with a new start. Amen. Be blessed, everyone. I will see you here again, 9 a.m. next week, Tuesday. Remember, exercise wisdom by having a replacement. Be blessed, everyone. Bye-bye.